Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to head straight down to the desk because we have a lot to cover. So I am absolutely delighted to be part of Alex Syberia's June release. I do believe it's called Sunkissed Memories. So I've got some yummies here that we're going to just quickly go through, and then we are going to actually make a card or two or three. I don't have a plan right of this moment, but we will see what happens. So the first one is like some more buddies of the Pinkertastic holiday. So these ones are on the beach, it looks like, and they're just, oh, they're so cute. They coordinate really, really well with the other previously released penguin set as well. So you can really build up your flock of penguins. And it has coordinating die cuts as well, which I absolutely love, including die cuts for all the sentiments as well. So not just the little images, but the stamp sets, sentiment sets as well. So, and then next up we have the Sunkissed Memories stamp set, which coordinates really well actually with the penguins. So your sunshine, surf, see you soon, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. So that was going to look super, super cute. And there's so many different fun fonts here as well, and coordinating die cuts. I cannot overstress how much I love having coordinating die cuts with my words, because I'm not great at fussy cutting. Maybe if I practice a little bit, I will get better, but I just seem to like kind of, I don't know. I'm not good at it. Not good at all. And therefore I don't actually enjoy it. So maybe it's like I don't enjoy it, so therefore I'm not good at it, and I don't want to practice. I don't know. So I really, really love having coordinating die cuts for my sentiments as well. So big thumbs up for Alex for that. And then we have a For You sentiment die. It has the shadow outline and the For You words separate there, so you can lay those up quite nicely or use them separate because they don't actually attach. So if you just want to use the You, and maybe like say use this sentiment here, you or sunshine, you mask that off and you die cut the word you and add that to your card. So that will work really, really well. Next up we have the signature tags die set. So there is 2 scalloped sizes and then 2 kind of angular ones. It also says there's a die cut that says For You, and then there is little bits here so you can add some fun little details to your tags as well. So, you know, you can just cut them out like they've done here as example, cut them out of colored cardstock and just layer them up, and that would look really, really cool. So we might make one of those as well, you never know. And then we have some stencils, and I do love me some stencils. I just find that in the craft room, they are one of those super versatile, good value for money, and, you know, they take up no space, you know, to store. Well, okay, a little bit of space, but tiny bit of space. So first we have tiny dots, and it is, as described, tiny dots. And then we have seaside swirls. Gives you like a nice sort of wavy pattern, will work really well with those surfing penguins. And then we have sun rays. So this one is actually layering stencils. So there's 3, so you can use them on their own, or you layer them up and make like a fun pattern, basically. Yeah, I think it's 3 anyway. Let's double check. Let's double check. Oh no, there's 4. So there's 4 stencils. So 1 that will cover all the bits that are left over, and then there's 3 here. So you can, you know, you can actually do like 4 different types of backgrounds where your pattern is going in different places. So use 1 or 2 or all 4, and you will get all sorts of different fun backgrounds. Now this one actually comes also with a hot foil plate, and this I'm really quite looking forward to using. I do absolutely love hot foiling. I can't help it. I just love it. Yeah. So that is going to go really well with this, or this will be fantastic as a background. So we might actually make a background with this as well, just to you know, have some glimmer and shine. And then we have the chrysanthemum layering stamp set. So this one is a big, gorgeous bloom. So there's 4 different stamps that will make this, and then there's 3 leaf sets that will make this one, and then you can just make yourself a big, gorgeous bunch of flowers, and that will be amazing for birthday cards, or celebrations, wedding cards, all sorts. So this one also comes with a die cut, so you get the flower and the leaf, and you can just lay those up. This is going to be, yeah, this is going to be great fun. But this is my favorite. So this is the Tulips Treasure. You have a single bloom on its own and one kind of like little bunch of them. It's got some beautiful sentiments like thinking of you, miss you, a smile, hugs, and sending love, and then for you, and you make me smile. So this, yeah, really, really lovely set. This is going to be the first one I'm going to use for sure. So this is what the samples look like on the background, on the back of the packaging, and it comes with layering stencils. Very excited about that. So all of the stencils come together as well, so you don't have to worry, you know, if you get the stamp set, you don't have to then buy separate stencil sets, so they all come together. So there's 3 for each bloom, and you might need to do like a little bit of masking, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So we're gonna definitely use those. And then of course they have coordinating dies, yay, and again for the sentiments as well, so super excited about that. And it also has hot foil plates. Now you might see that this one is already missing. That is because I have it on my Glimmer hot foil machine already heating up so that we can jump straight into some card making. So I decided to use just this one for now, but then I might swap over and do this one as well, because, you know, why not? So that is what we're gonna do. So here is my Glimmer hot foil machine. I am going to use a matte gold and champagne foil today because, oops, I'm wanting to do a bit of ink blending with the layering stencils, so we're going to leave this out actually so we can use that. And I'm going to use some yummy inks from Concord and Ninth. Now, I haven't actually ink blended with these yet. I have just swatched the cardstock and I love that. So I'm going to be ink blending with some of these for the first time today. So that will be interesting. I do love me a good experiment, but oops, I might have jibber-jabbered on a little bit too long. So we're gonna just, to be sure, we're gonna wait until this is ready again. And what I'm gonna do in the meantime, I'm gonna put this there. We are going to get our foil prepared. So I'm going to be using the Fiskars fabric cutter. So this is like a circular cutter, so you don't have to worry about trying to use scissors. Cutting foil with scissors is, oof, it's not my favorite. I do not like it. So we're going to see if we can, oh, you know what, we might be able to fit this sideways rather than the normal long ways. So we're going to try to cut out just as much as we need so we don't have waste. There we go. And oh, she's ready. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna place our foil, and then I'm gonna be using Color Copy from Monday cardstock. So this is the 300 grams per square meter. And this is easy to get in Europe. If you are in Europe like me, then it can be quite tricky to find, what's that other one that everybody likes, Hammermel. Yeah, so that's really expensive to get in Europe. So if you are in Europe, this one works really well. So first we're going to put down our heat resistant shim, and then we're going to put our other one on, our spacer pad, and we're going to press the button. And I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to, while we're waiting for that to heat up, we're going to prepare a little bit of foil for this one as well. Try to work ahead where we can. Okay, another way to kind of make sure that you get only as much foil as you need is to actually take your hot foil plate and use that as like a guide. So place it down, just be careful so you don't rip or scratch the foil. And then we're gonna run this over. So that's one piece done. So this matte gold, and we're gonna do one in champagne as well, because why not? Okay, so this is ready. I am going to go and run that through my die cutting machine. This has been run through my die cutting machine off camera, and we're just gonna peel and reveal. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, okay, that is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Wow. Okay. So good. We are going to keep this because we might do some negative foiling as well, just to, you know, use up this gorgeous piece of foil. Now, I did do another, so I did do this in matte gold as well, and they also came up amazing. So these are definitely going to be used today. And I did use the other, this foil plate as well, because I thought, well, I had my machine out, you know, might as well. So we're going to peel and reveal these. And it's stunning. Oh, so stunning. Goodness me. So these plates from Alex Syberia just foil amazingly. I don't think I've had any of them like not foil perfect. Oh, goodness. So gorgeous. Okay. Amazing. Ooh, okay, so I think we're gonna start with this one, and we're gonna get our stencils out. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. I will be masking, I think, to make sure I get everything like where I want it. And I've got some brand new clean brushes from the Rabbit Hole Designs. So I don't have enough yet for each one of my Concord 9 colors. So, but I do have enough for doing these in greens and pinks. So I haven't quite decided. So I'm going to just put these aside for a second. So I've got for my leaves, I've picked out sprout and parsley from previous releases, and then I've got lemongrass, avocado, and artichoke. And we might do like a combination of colors, see what works and what doesn't, because I do have the 4 images, so you know, might as well. And for the actual petals, we're gonna go super pink today. So we're gonna have pink lemonade, briar rose, carnation, dragon fruit, and sweet pea. So we're gonna, I think maybe, yeah. Okay, so I'm not, again, 100% sure exactly which color we're gonna use, but we're gonna make some softer pinks, and then we're gonna do some like bright pink. So let's get started. Let's try this. Let's see. Right. So first we're gonna line this up. That was super easy. I think we'll do the flower first, or the petals first. So we're gonna put that down to mask, and we're gonna just take these down. So there we go. A little bit there. I can be a little bit willy-nilly with my ink blending movement, so I'm gonna try to cover up that all of this as well. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna start with pink lemonade. So this one I have ink blended a little bit on like a just a, what's the word I'm looking for? A swatch, but I didn't do the whole like range of them. So I started and then I didn't finish. But That is on my ever-growing to-do list to do, so we'll get there eventually. Now, because this is the first layer, I want quite a soft sort of pink. So we're gonna do, I think we might leave it like that. And then we can move on. I think we're gonna, what shall we do? Yeah, maybe we'll do the stems as well right away while we're here. So I think because I went with soft pink for this one, we're going to go for kind of like a very soft green as well. So maybe we'll do the sprout and parsley on this one. And we'll use the darker color on the bright pink one. Post-it tape is losing some of its stickiness, so we're going to hold that down as well to make sure it don't get it, or it doesn't lift. So soft, soft, soft. Oh, that looks yummy already. So pretty. Okay. Okay, so for the next layer, we're gonna go a sweet pea. Oh my goodness, what a pink. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna try to get just right. So the reason I'm tapping on the lid, you might think it's just to like make noise. It's not. So especially when you're using a brand new blending brush as well, it's to make sure that you get ink like evenly all over the brush. And you can look at this and think, clearly that's not even, but obviously the ink hasn't soaked into the brush just yet. So that's why we're going to tap around, and also make sure you bend it so that you get it all over. So one of the reasons I like these brushes from the Rabbit Hole Designs is that they're quite flat on the actual brush side. So I feel like I get more even color like that. So when it's really, really rounded, it's very easy. At least for me, I get like a blob in the middle, and then, you know, I have to smush to get the brushes out, or the bristles out. So I really, really like these brushes, and I like the little bitty bobs ones as well. They're great for those little details. So yes, I will be definitely ordering more of these to make sure I got one for every single ink color I have. Well, okay, maybe not every single ink color I have. Maybe for every single Concord and Ninth color I have. You know, one must sometimes try to be a little bit not so extra, which I find very hard. Ugh. Yeah, I like to be extra, extra with my crafting. Okay, so we're gonna go in with parsley. This is such a great green. It's a really sort of springy and summery. Springy and summery, I know, it's crazy. But it's just such a lovely green. It works both for summer greenery, for spring greenery, for autumn, for winter. It's almost like the perfect shade of green. There we go. Right, get into all the little nooks and crannies. And the second layer is done. Oh, that is so lovely already. Okay. Now this one, we're gonna need to mask a little bit more because the stem is going all the way up here. So we're gonna need to be really careful with how we mask to make sure we don't get any contamination. And also you might want to mask this off, especially if you're doing a 1-layer card. So I think maybe we'll use parsley. No, let's try maybe avocado. Or am I being crazy? No, let's do avocado. Oh. Okay, this is a great green as well. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of whatever's left over on this. No. Nope, we're gonna go full on green. There we go. For these beds, it would have, or for this layer, it would have been amazing to have had one of the little itty bitty brushes for every color, because they're so much easier to get into, especially like the little details. So those are definitely brilliant to have. Like those, I wouldn't say that you need one for every single color, just, you know, the ones that you, especially if you know that you do a lot of ink blending and you like, if you like certain colors, like if you know that you like pinks and greens, then just maybe get some for those and then leave the rest, and just use your normal ink blending brushes for that. But yeah, they are super handy to have, the little ones, for sure. Oh, actually, you know what, we're going to use the other side so we don't get that green contamination. And then lid. And let's do a bit of dragon fruit. This is going to be a kapow wowza pink. Look at that against the white. Oh, so good. Oops. Also try not to put your hand in the ink, especially if you haven't protected the rest of your paper. Oh, goodness. Okay. Bit of a cleanup situation here. There we go. Okay. Right then, let's do this. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, this pink. This pink. Okay. Now that is a pink. Oh, I love it. So good. So good. Whew. Okay, right. Then let's see then. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is so good. Maybe though, I don't know if I'm gonna do, maybe we'll do a little bit of pink there as well, like in the middle here. These like stamens, like the sort of the inner bits of the flower. Might be enough. Oh, okay, I like it. Let's do another one. I know I said let's make another, but I might. Okay, so I definitely did all 4. Because, you know, I had them all out. I had all my inks, and I was like, you know what, let's just try them and see what happens. And, you know, it's a good way to check your colors, or like try your colors and see what works and what doesn't work. So, you know, this was a great fun way of just, you know, see what everything looked like together. So here are the 4 that I've finished, I didn't actually write on this one the colors I've used, which I have done on the other one so that I would remember. So this one was pink, lemonade, it was a sweet pea, and dragon fruit. Oops. And then also we had sprout ink, parsley, and avocado. And I think, so although on this one, I really love these colors here, but I'm not super happy with this green combination. It just feels like I didn't kind of get the shades right. So what I did here, I think, is I went in like with parsley first, a little bit too heavy-handed, I think. So what I should have done was like go a super soft layer, and then the next layer, maybe parsley, and then avocado to finish. But you know, you live and learn. This is why I do many trials, so that I find what I actually like and what I don't like. So on these ones, I did actually sprout on the leaves here. I did sprout first, and then I did sprout for the second layer as well. So they are not as visible. I think maybe next time what I need to do is actually let them dry a little bit in between. So one way of doing that is by doing the leaves first, and then you do all of the layers of the flowers, and then you come back and do the rest of the leaves, and then hopefully it will just give you that little bit of extra drying time. But I've used very similar kind of colors on these, because I think I preferred actually this color combination. So this one is very lovely, but this is more kind of peony rather than tulipy, I feel. So, yeah, okay, but I might actually, because can you ever have too many flowers? I don't think so. So I might actually do another few, and then, you know, we'll see. But I'm gonna die cut these out and then make some actual cards with these, and then we'll see what else happens. I did also hot foil this sun rays hot foil plate in champagne. And I also did it in green because I thought maybe that would be kind of cool to then cut out the flower and have that there, and then it's kind of like greenery in the background. But I don't know, maybe it's just too in your face. We'll see. So I'm gonna cut these out anyway, and then we'll see what else comes out of this. Yeah, because there's so much in this release. So I might do some like ink blending for some backgrounds. I'm gonna have a little think and then get back to you. All my flowers are cut out. I have also cut out the For You sentiment dies, you know, seeing as I already have my die cutting machine out. And I thought I'd just show you something that is, you know, makes for a very tidy and neat craft room. So on the Alex Syberia backing papers, there is like outlines for where all your dies and things go. So it makes it super, super easy to keep things very organized. And if you hear some chirping, it's because apparently the birds have come to visit. Yeah, unfortunately they did not come to clean the house. I am not Cinderella, they don't listen to me, but there we have it. So I've also cut out a bunch of extra For and You. So I'm gonna lay these up, and then these are basically gonna go on these shadows. So I'm gonna do that because I do like the height and dimension that you get from that, and then we'll see what we can do with the actual cards, because I was thinking maybe like somehow kind of like layering them up together, but I don't think it's gonna work out the way I was kind of picturing in my head. So I think I might actually end up with 4 cards with these flowers. So that's why I also cut 4 For Yous. So yes. So when it comes to stacking your sentiment dies and word dies, I always use a little bit of liquid glue. This one is the Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive. It has been my go-to glue for years now. I just find it so useful and so like just so good. And when it comes to like your words and die cuts in general, when you need to stack them, it's always good to have that extra like few seconds to just line everything up to make sure that it is perfectly stacked on top of each other. Right, so I had the idea of ink blending a little bit of green in the background for the tulips here. So I was thinking maybe for like the single stem ones, just to kind of like bush it out, foliage it out. So I'm gonna direct to, so it's just a white card base. I'm gonna do direct to card base ink blending here, but we might flip this up a little bit just, and then kind of go very soft. So this is sprout, very light. So we're just gonna kind of go up a little bit, get that soft blending. There's hardly any ink on this, but we're gonna get a little bit more from the lid there, like so. And then before we add anything else, we're just gonna have a look. So I think maybe a little bit more. Okay. So we're gonna add a little bit more to our brush, and then we're gonna go upwards like so. You can see it's building up again, or again, it's building up now. And we're gonna spread it out a little bit like that. And then we're gonna go a little bit of parsley as well. And I might just, no, we're gonna go a little bit from the lid, get a little bit in there, and just kind of deepen that green. We're not gonna go all the way out to the edges. We're just gonna kind of stay inside that sprout bubble. Like so. And then we better pick this up and clean off so we don't get ink on the inside of our card. So if you are a little bit messy like me, then you might want to consider doing this like separate on a background and then add it to a card base. I don't know what I was thinking, just doing this directly to the card base, but and I'm, you know, because I want to add some gold splatter to this as well, of course. But is this enough green? No, you know what? It is not enough green. We are going to do a little bit more. So I might actually go a little bit higher with the sprout. So we're going to work away here. So we're not going to use a lot of ink, but we are going to do the work basically. So whatever ink is on the brush, that is what we're going to use. And we're just going to keep on blending like so, and you will get a super soft blend by doing this. And then if you do feel like you need a little bit more ink, that's when you tap on the lid, so you get just soft and like so. So it's almost like seamless going into the white there. And then we're going to do a little bit more of parsley here. Gonna really make sure that we get nice soft even coverage here, and then we're gonna go a little bit more at the ends here, or towards the ends of the card as well, and then upwards. Here we go. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. So I think for me, when it comes to ink blending, it's a bit of a patience thing, and I'm not great at patience. I'm not gonna lie. I can't say that I'm a super patient person, except when it comes to my doggies. Then I'm very patient. But when it comes to other stuff, like, you know, getting things done and this and that, then I do usually want to get them done as soon as possible. But with ink blending, yes, you do need to really kind of take your time, go back, work your colors back and forth, and that's the best way to get some really good even blending coverage. But I think this is gonna do it. Yes, this is gonna do it. So I'm gonna put this away because I managed to make a bit of a mess on my lid there as well. So we're gonna make sure we don't get that on anything else, and then I'm gonna go splatter this with gold, of course. But then we'll have to decide whether we're gonna do champagne or matte gold. I think this color, this is probably gonna pop better because the lightness of the sprout here is gonna make it pop a little bit. So yes, but first splatter, splatter. And here it is with the gold splatter. I mean, it's such a tiny, tiny thing to do, but it just like, wowza, makes your background so much, yeah, just more wowza. So I was thinking we're gonna go with this one, like super, super simple, like with the flower right there. And then I was thinking the sending love sentiments, because it's got the coordinating die cut, and then cut that out and stamp a couple, or die cut a couple, and then kind of prop it up a little bit. But you make me smile, monsieur. Yeah, let's go sending love. Yeah, let's do it. I will be using my Mini Misty because I am useless at stamping stuff like on the fly. So I am going to stamp it in Dragonfly and black. And then we're going to run this through the compact cutter again. So this is a super, super handy little tool. Yeah, it's brilliant. And I've also cut out an extra 3 pieces of the die cut. So we're going to lay them up to give that delicious dimension for the card. So the actual flower is just going to have 1 layer, and the sentiment itself is going to have 4, including the top layer with the actual sentiment itself. Here is our first finished card. You can see it's slightly raised with just the 1 layer of extra flowers, and then the word die is got, actually I think I ended up cutting out another 2 so that it would be flush. So the other 2, I don't know if you can tell, but I cut them off so that the way that they go over the stem there's just the 4 that you saw in the video, and then I added another 2 so that they would basically be on the same layer. So this is gonna stand completely flat. So when you send it, there's not gonna be like a wavy bit there. And then I did actually, while I had my green inks out and ink blended, I actually finished off another card. So I used the Seaside Swirl stencils, again with a bit of sprout and parsley. So I did the same thing that I've done on this background here, except I used the stencil and kind of from this corner upwards rather than in the middle. And then I added gold splatters because I'm a one-trick pony. And I also added some black just to kind of, I don't know, like add another layer of interest and dimension. And here I've used the Sending Love that's stamped in Dragon Fruit. And that is basically the card done. So there we have them too. But then I also have all of these extra pieces. So I'm going to put this away. So we have this final, well, 1. Many. So the second bunch of tulips done, and then I also have this background. So this is done with the Sunray Hoffa plate, and then I've cut them down using the from the previous release with the stitched border here. So what I was thinking was kind of placing the tulips kind of like that, I guess, and then using one of the many for use that I made. So I've got a fair amount of options here. And then as I also heat embossed all those extra sentiments, I have a few here that can kind of work. So sending hugs for you, like so maybe, or every day is a fresh start for you. No, let's do sending hugs. So maybe we'll move this one out a little bit, like so. We can perhaps just, maybe we should try in the middle. And then sending hugs. No, I think it's better on this side. Right, so we're going to trim off these bits. So we're going to see how we can kind of fit this in the best without covering up the flowers too much. And sending hugs. Okay, I think this is going to be it. However, unsurprisingly to probably nobody, I decided to change the For You for the gold backed with white words instead. So yes, there you have it. And the trimmed off pieces I've tucked in as well. Right, so here is that final card as well. So shiny. Oh, look at that. So good. Oh my goodness. I am absolutely in love with hot foiling. Oh, it's just such a fantastic way of adding detail and shimmer to a card. So I've got 3 For Yous left, and I've also got 4 hot foiled tulips left, like big single stem ones, and also a reverse foiling image. So I've got a little bit left to do, as in I can do more, but what I might do, I don't know, is this gonna look a bit weird? Let's see if I turn around and use the back for this, just like this could potentially look all right, I suppose. One of those, and then maybe For You. Should we give that a try? No, you know what? I've kept you long enough, so we'll save that for another video, I think, maybe. But I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're still watching, super gold star or hanging in there still, I really, really appreciate you taking the time to watch this very, very long video. And don't forget to check out the rest of the blog hop, and you know, there is amazing prizes up for grabs. So I will link my blog post in the description box down below, and you can hop along. You can win like the entire release as well as a couple of gift cards. So, you know, you got to be in it to win it. So make sure you check that out, and I will be back very soon with more videos, because you see, I do have a few extra bits and pieces to use up. But that is really it from me for today. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button, and leave me a comment, and I will see you very, very soon again. Bye for now.